Welcome back, hustlers. We're talking everything. Episode 6, Lights, Camera, Hustle. We're talking Jillian stepping her game up. Eliminations went way to the left. We're talking his music video challenge, and we got a couple special guests. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yes, baby. Hey. Yes, if y'all are listening, this is a music video featured in tonight's episode. 5 mics say word. And we actually have 5 mics in the studio tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yes, welcome.
Right.
How are you?
I'm good, man. Just enjoying the evening, enjoying the night. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
definitely. And we got Sierra back with us. Look, Sierra's like a regular now.
That director in the building. Yeah.
Yes, okay, director. You went from host to director, huh? Real fast.
I'm like, okay,
there you go.
Yes, I went from host to director.
Yes.
Because he knows what's up. He
Jack of all trades, girl.
Yes.
You gotta do it. Yes, everything.
She's also a video vixen.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yes, and video vixen. We definitely gonna have to talk about that, y'all.
Yes.
We talking about Jillian stepping her game up. Grace may have dropped the ball. Eliminations went to the left, and his music video challenge. But before we dive into everything, Shamarri, what'd you think about this episode, girl?
I thought this episode was actually like really crazy. It was a lot going on with these music videos, but I was really just shocked with how everything ended. You know, I wasn't expecting my girl Javi to go. I just wasn't expecting that. Yeah. But it was a pretty good episode though. It was also really nice though to see Jill stepping up, because this is like her first time really actually like taking charge and actually getting her voice heard and like actually making a move happen. I thought she did a really good job.
Yeah, I was actually shocked because it was like all of the people that we felt so strongly about were like under the bus this episode. And I was like, oh my God, like we was on the edge of our seats. Like, who's gonna go home? Like, dang, it's all our top people at the bottom right now.
Right, yeah.
Yes, but this challenge is crazy though. So let's dive into everything, y'all. T.I. gave Team Grand and Hustle a challenge this week is to create and direct a music video for his artist, 5 Mics and Brandon Rossi. And whoo, look. These are some challenging concepts. And I'm like, this seems way harder than I thought it was. I have a couple friends who make music videos too, but I'm like, dang, there's a lot that goes into this.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I was just thinking to myself, like, what would I have even suggested? I probably would have been like, what you want to do?
I would have been like, Javi, like, let me do the hair real quick up in the back.
Let me just let me gather the girls, you know, let me do something.
Let me be on Pinterest trying to create some t-shirts or something, because I'm like, no. Everything else was like, whoa, let me get some catered food to the shoot real quick. Okay, look, we need a Troy bag. Yes, that's crazy. So yeah, so we had Chris Robinson guest star on the show. I'm like, that was crazy because I haven't seen Chris in a long time. Like
that actually is a big thing.
Yes.
You know, he's one of the best
in
the business. And,
he is definitely.
That was an honor that he even got to see our video that you directed, maybe.
Yeah. Partially, yeah.
Partially, you know. But that was a big thing. And also, even with the perspective of seeing, you said how you don't, how it's hard to shoot music videos.
Yeah.
I think showing that on TV gives a lot of people a lot of insight on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's a ton of people that probably think that's like easy to do, like real quick, just get your little camera in the background music.
I really shoot.
Right.
Me and my people really shoot our own videos.
Yeah.
So like even on the show when I was saying that, I wasn't trying to be mean to people or nothing, but we really, you know, what's his name?
It's just at New York.
George? George or Tehran?
Tehran?
No, Tehran, not Tehran. What's the other dude's name?
George.
That was upset that they only had a day to shoot. Like we shoot.
Oh yeah, George. Oh no.
Jonathan.
Yeah,
on the other team.
Yeah, you see his statement that he made. Oh, we only got one day.
Most people do got like one day, huh?
Well, this how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that was dope that everybody got to see that.
Yeah. That was real crazy though. So like, Sierra, how'd you get into like that concept though? Because I'm like, the whole music video, or was that you, 5, like with the girls and the pillows and
that was
all. That was right spontaneous, right on the spot. That was all organic. Yeah, and I usually operate in those fields though. You know, I'm kind of good with that. But everybody, that's not something that you just want to jump out there and do. But that's my kind of style of working.
Right.
So when they put me in that environment, it was cool to do. You know what I
Same,
mean?
yeah, because that creatively, I don't know. We listened to the song before you came in, and I don't know. I just like you was like going back and forth like hopscotch, and just immediately I just saw girls like playing hopscotch.
Yeah, no,
like,
that was
just
crazy.
clicked.
And I think that everything clicked. Even with the girls that was there, we didn't have that much options. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, but the video came out so nice.
It
Like,
did.
I was
It came out nice. That's funny.
Shout out to Mike Garcia.
Yes.
Yes.
He did that. He did that.
This other team concept though, because I was like, okay, hold on, y'all. I'm like, all right, hustle. I mean, Grant, they did amazing, but I'm like, let's go to Team Hustle, y'all, real quick. I don't know.
Shout out to B.I.
Yeah, Brandon, that song was his song is definitely a hit. I was jamming to his song too, but I was like, okay, Grace, with the whole catfish concept, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it.
I just
No.
felt that it wasn't really boyfriend. It didn't. The camera, I don't know what camera they used.
It looked crazy.
It looked crazy.
She lost
You
me.
like that? No,
She
just
lost
kidding.
me at the fact that she said she wanted it to be like a woman or a man that was gonna be the catfish.
Whoa.
Like she didn't know what
I
it was
didn't
gonna
think
be, and I was
think
like,
that's what turned Brandon off.
Yeah,
too. It's like, so how are we gonna play this out for real?
Yeah,
Like,
because
how you gonna
before they went
have
to commercial
somebody-
break, and that's my boy, but before they went to commercial break, I was a little nervous. Because remember in the beginning, he was like, yo, let's run it. I was like, let's run it. Whoa.
Let's run what?
And then when they
Chris
came
Brown?
back, he was like, nah. I was like, thank you.
And it was like gonna be kind of boring because it would have just been, you know, like a little flirty. It just would have been so cliche. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
so
it
where are we
definitely
going
would've
with
been
this?
real cliche.
A text,
Yeah.
and then it's not really you, and that's the only distraction. So I'm glad he said something.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't
Shout out
think
to Jill.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like
Jill.
I'm kind of mad because I feel like Grace, she could have stepped up and kind of flipped that to a way that was better. Because you know, like '90s videos, you know, early 2000s where it was like Ashanti or something. She's looking at her phone and her man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Coming home late night and he getting caught up or whatever.
Yeah.
So like you could have flipped that concept
That's a
to
good
actually
point.
be something that worked. You know?
That's a very
Yeah.
good
So I was
point.
like, dang, Grace, look,
But
you
I
let
think
me
she
down,
just kind
girl.
of like lost it. I think
Yeah.
like once he said I'm disappointed, she was like, oh crap, I didn't even think about any other options. I'm
Yeah.
thinking this was it, you
Right.
know? So now it's like, ooh.
Well,
Girl, you gotta have them
Right.
plan Bs. Like,
okay.
okay.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, it depends what kind of artist
Yeah.
it was. Because
Yeah.
if he was a talented creator and he did something like that, then it'd be awesome, right? It'd be cool.
Correct, right.
But maybe for Brandon Rossi, it's not cool for him to be a catfish by who knows who. That's not
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
So,
it's not him.
It
Yeah.
wasn't a
that's
bad idea. Maybe the wrong
It
artist.
just was
Yeah, yeah.
right. But I do feel like Crystal shouldn't have left because it was her idea, so she could have at least helped.
she
Well, she's a producer.
Was I the only one that forgot Crystal's role? I was like, what was her whole position? Because she was like, she was like, I'm the producer, so that should have been me. But I was like,
Right.
Well, do it.
when do we? Yeah,
But like, just
shouldn't have
remind
left,
me,
sis.
where exactly did Crystal and Jonathan go again?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened
No,
to
what
him.
did they go get?
No, seriously, I
know.
think it was something that Jonathan needed to do.
girl. Now that I'm thinking about it, they
remember.
disappeared for nothing.
disappeared.
Like
For no reason.
they
But
disappeared
y'all,
for nothing because
Atlanta-
they didn't come back with nothing.
Atlanta traffic
No.
is crazy. Like,
not
yo,
worse
than
not
LA.
anywhere.
It's not worse than LA.
It's definitely not worse.
I heard it's
than
worse than LA.
No, it's not.
Well, no.
Okay.
I was gonna,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like-
He's like 12 years straight. It's
Yeah,
nowhere
it's not.
next to, like in LA, you're going to be stuck in traffic.
For sure, like
don't care
standstill.
Try to guess it. Unless you catch it 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
That's the time you
get
gotta
ready to sit
leave,
down,
like,
that.
That's why I think weed is legal here, so you can smoke.
You know what?
Chill out, relax.
As soon as I get traffic,
But I
Might
also
as
think
well,
that's
you
why
got nothing
everybody
else to
goes
do,
so
huh?
slow. I think that's why everybody moves so slow. That's why it's always so much traffic. Everybody's
But even
hot.
before it was legal, it was slow. So I don't know.
Okay, look, I don't know. People just need some coffee in the morning. I don't know. It's like we got so many drive-through Starbucks
I
that
was about
people
to
just
well,
say,
sit and
Atlanta
sleep.
traffic is very bad.
No, it is
Yeah.
bad.
It's bad, but it's also because Atlanta is such a growing big city and getting. They're not.
Ain't
To
it?
me, I think like the city wasn't prepared for Atlanta to be this big.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
certain stuff they just figuring out now, like, oh shit, we gotta make a new highway.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's how it is out here. It's construction
No.
on every freeway.
Everywhere.
But anyway, so I'm super shocked and actually proud that Jillian stepped up.
I am too.
Because like
Shout
given
out
from
Jill.
last week we was like, Jillian, you going home, sis. I remember
Right,
Chellz
right.
had, I swear Chellz bet money that Jillian was going home this week.
But
I
like,
swear
I
she
thought
probably did.
if she didn't step up to point, she was definitely gonna go home.
Yeah.
She needed to do something, and I
Yeah.
think she knew that, which is why she did. I'm glad her idea actually was good.
Yeah.
Because had it been bad,
That would have been
Look at
terrible.
God working, because it's like she
Yeah.
would have never got that opportunity had Grace not dropped the ball.
No, for
So-
real. And I was thinking, like, you're not gonna say nothing. You're not gonna put no opinion out there. Of course, you're gonna be put as
She was
the
a little
pretty girl.
quiet at first,
right?
too, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm glad it worked out for her, but I was a little nervous, Jill. I'm not gonna lie. I was
definitely nervous. Like, ooh, I don't know, but yeah. I was cracking up at the fact that she had to play the video vixen, the little receptionist at the front. She was looking real dry.
I'm always the one chosen.
What am I supposed to ask him?
Right, like, and then remember, Grace like, do a twinkle in your eye. Like, what do you mean?
How do you provide a twinkle in your eye?
And so she's like, okay, this is awkward.
I would have been like, just act like this your man, and you can, like, he coming in and bring you lunch or something.
A little bit more smiling and flirty.
I mean, you
could have played with curly hair.
But she wasn't into it from the jump.
She wasn't.
Yeah,
she would have never caught that.
She wasn't into it
But
at all.
almost being natural is almost the best thing, though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, actually doing that makes it so fake.
Yeah.
Right.
Searching for twinkles and all that stuff.
I'm not searching for twinkles.
That's how he sends you down the wrong street.
Can we just get on the fact that Sierra was supernatural with this video?
Yes.
I mean, she just doing it. You saw the eye and she was giving the camera though. She was looking in the camera.
Wait. You had to catch 5 mics talking about, nah, that was too much. Nah, Chellz. She said like this. Nah,
Like
that's too much. Nah, chill out.
Right. I think I said something like, okay, say no more then.
He said, nah, sis, chill out.
That was funny. That
chill
was
out,
fun.
sis.
That was a fun experience.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I really had a joy in doing that.
Yeah,
you know
that
what
was
I mean?
fun.
And
He was
I'm just
hard on
saying,
us,
it kinda
though. He
look-
was hard. Y'all ain't see. He was in our butt. Like, so what's up? What's going on? Javi like, I'm a little scared. Like,
You look real, like, you got an intimidating demeanor, but you real, like, teddy bearish, like, once you start
Teddy
talking.
bearish?
Look,
Whoa.
okay, not like soft, not like soft, but you real nice. Like,
it's
you
all
real
right.
kind.
It's all
Yeah.
right. I have a 7-year-old daughter. I got sisters. I don't mind being a little
You got a soft spot a little
inside.
bit.
Right.
But, yeah.
But he came in on us like, I'm like, Dad, we already catch a rap from T.I. Like, here we go.
Right.
More pressure. Like,
That's pretty much who I am as a person, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, I am pretty like I'm very funny and open-minded. But I think coming from Brooklyn, where I was raised at the time period,
Okay.
people we kind of, we gotta kind of be in the box a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny how all of your ideas matched up with what T.I. was saying, like, while he was in, like, the Equal Room watching. He was like, oh, I see 5 directing his music video. Then it was, like, the next scene, he was like, I feel like I'm directing my own music video. Like, I was like, okay, edits. I see y'all with the edits. Like,
No, yeah, that's
okay,
true.
like, I made it sound real funny. That was hilarious. But yeah, I'm like, Grace was just unavailable. We gotta talk about her leaving the cell phone too. Like, how she just gonna leave the phone talking about she didn't get no phone calls.
I just think Grace just lost all types of thought process.
Okay.
I mean, she just completely was like crickets. So I just think that the phone was the last thing she's thinking about at this point, which is, but at the end of the day, call her. What's that gonna do? Y'all should have been here. I still don't know
They
where
disappeared.
they went.
Look.
And it's actually starting to bother
can
me.
we call, where did they go?
I don't know. Find out where they went. 'Cause that make me feel better.
Phone a friend.
I'm trying to
Still
support
missing.
it, but I just can't because I'm trying to understand where y'all was at.
Yeah, because at least we knew George and Javi went to go to little CVS or something to get some arts and crafts. But it was like Jonathan.
Because he wanted a daggone white t-shirt.
That's
A white
what I
t-shirt
want,
or
a
a
white
V-neck or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Javi called me like, they ain't got the right size. So I'm like,
But come on, a t-shirt.
yeah.
You can get that at like Kmart or something.
We
Or
got a
Walmart.
car outside.
Yeah.
We got a car, a drop top. You know what I mean? It's not the car, but it's a drop top out here.
You
We
want
got a
to skirt real quick, huh? Go get them shirts.
I don't know. They was tripping a little bit though.
Yeah.
I really think you did a good job. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. You know what I mean, live right now. I want to throw this out there. It also kind of looked like, I kind of took you from Tehran a little bit.
Ooh,
You know
wait,
what I'm
hold
saying?
on, look.
I'm
We
just
got
saying.
some
I'm not.
Five diving into it. I already
some
had that in my
I'm
notes.
just saying.
I had that
I'm
in
just
my
saying,
notes.
Because he was, you know what I mean? I just seen the certain parts, but he was checking up on you. Remember, he was doing the lipstick.
He was around the corner
First
looking
of
in the
all,
music
in
video
order
too.
to take someone, you have to be, with them.
Okay, set it straight.
No, but I don't
Okay,
mean-
look, okay,
I
let the
don't mean,
people
I don't
know.
mean
It's like, no,
as
I'm
far
just
as-
kidding. I'm joking.
No,
I'm
but you know what I'm
joking.
saying? I don't mean.
I know, yeah.
Let's be real. I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to say that because I don't know how serious y'all was anyway. But I'm just saying. At the end of the day, it looked like I occupied you.
Yeah.
For a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Given the last.
He might have felt the way about it. I don't know. I didn't realize that till I watched it on the show today. I said, oh.
Yeah. Oh, snap.
I mean, I think T.I. even made a
Yeah.
comment, was like,
Mr.
Tehran kind of
Girl.
looking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you was in the video with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that.
But see, given the last episode too, that was like when we see y'all kind of booed up at the little pool party, Sierra.
It wasn't booed up. Like, we were talking under the towel. It was really crazy.
It wasn't booed up though?
It wasn't, y'all.
They made it look like y'all was
Elevate.
booed up.
Listen,
Please clarify.
It wasn't no booed up Elevate. None of that crap was going on. The thing is that he was talking to me under the towel. Now,
what was he saying, sis?
He was telling me, he was literally saying, "Tell me get my stuff together. Grab me by my collar."
Why he need that?
So he like, "Tell me get my stuff together. Grab me by my collar." I was like, "Well, you got
he
on a
need
beater."
affirmations at the pool
like,
party?
I said you got on a beater. It's not even a collar on your beater. Like, that's what we talking about. Like, that's exactly what we're talking about.
That's crazy, but no, yeah, he was definitely in his feelings this episode because when he was doing a little solo shot with Five in that room, he was around the corner looking.
But y'all heard me earlier because T.I. tried to call me out like from last week, and he was like, y'all, whatever y'all do it in private, like don't have it all out. And I'm like, that's not what happened. Like I handle all my stuff in private anyway. I'm not just being all out here being all.
Keep it in private, man.
Yeah, but no,
Sierra, y'all was giving massages though.
Whatever it was, in the bib, not out with the people.
Yeah,
y'all try them challenges and standing in elimination with heels on. My back hurt. Like, you gonna give me a free massage? Thank you. Like, thank you.
Yes, but wait. So let's dive back to Grand. So look, y'all. Five was like he not feeling Javi's shirts or the lipstick. So wait, Five, did you want the lipstick? You wanted them top and bottom, and she had them going to left to right?
No, she actually came with full lipstick all the way. And we had to tell her, like, hold up, we said split or something.
Oh.
And the split is not a big deal.
Yeah.
I was just saying that since we don't have too much tools, let's try to at least make the girls look like something else or do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what y'all didn't see is that he told me dye my hair green.
I tell you that first.
He was like, I don't know, dye your hair green. So I was like, Javi, let's get these lips popping.
Right, green.
Something to stand y'all out. Look, he was trying to look out for y'all.
I don't know, dye your hair green.
That's definitely going all out.
Happening. Like, this is crazy as I'm going to get right here.
Right.
It was crazy because I didn't even know. Like, I honestly thought y'all was gonna lose the challenge because it was so many different direction changes. But I'm like, Tehran actually killed y'all presentation. Like when y'all had to go to Chris and like present it to the group or whatever, he killed it. So I was like, okay.
And then when he threw in that fact that you can like click on the link, you can learn more, and then you can buy some products. Oh, okay, Tehran. Okay, save the day.
And I'm mad that y'all still lost. Like,
I'm mad we still lost.
I think that
T.I. is unpredictable.
I think we lost, but we're still winning.
Yes,
because,
right.
The
Every
record
day.
is actually selling right now.
Good.
So
Get
say
that
one
on
more
YouTube.
time.
But
Yeah, so you know what I mean. That's something cool, and I think that it being shown on TV just boosted it up as well. So all that stuff is great, even though we lost the challenge.
Yeah,
we
still
still
winning
got
in real
director's
life.
credit.
Right.
I need my send the invoice. Matter of fact.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's dive into these eliminations real quick, though. Oh my God, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I thought Grace was going home. I was like, all right, I'm winning the bet this week.
Right.
Like, I was
I
like,
knew it.
okay, Chellz thought it was Jillian. I was like, nah, okay.
It's gonna be
Jillian, she escaped the radar this time. But I was like, nah, it's Grace.
I mean, the fact that Grace even like stood up to be point was shocking.
That was definitely shocking.
I think she had that pressure put on when T.I. made that little statement, his little speech, and was like, look, y'all need to step it up. If you haven't been point, somebody needs to be point.
Right.
And so she's like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah. Didn't
Like,
even
you
know what she
better.
was signing up for.
Didn't have no idea.
No
but
idea.
you have to. That's why I was thinking, like, at some point, we got to switch to points because some points are doing it more than once. Some people have never done it.
Right.
But I will say that T.I. made a really good point when he was saying that when someone's the point and, like, their team is doing so well, it kind of overshadows if the point wasn't even doing that good. And
correct,
she kind of fell under, and her team brought her up, so she's automatically not eliminated because her team wins.
That's like in high school, though, you know, doing group projects and stuff. It was always like that one or two people that never did nothing in the group project.
But
and
showing
then
up during
and
presentation.
then you still got that A. Like, I don't know, it's like an unfair game. But that's all I was saying. I was like, oh, I'm still waiting for T.I. to do these individual challenges. I can't do the groups no more, y'all.
Because at this point, it's an odd number now, right? So it'll be like, 3 and 4 now? It's only 7 people left.
Or he's just going to be switching people from team to team then. You know how he slid
I'm
Jillian
excited
over.
and I want to commend BT. I think they did a great job on how they're doing the show.
Absolutely.
And I know it's the first season and you know everything's growing, but this I really like how they're doing it, even with the edits. Like you said, you know, we don't know nothing. We go there, we do that, we watching just like everybody else. So I think it is pretty dope.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's turning out amazing. I'm loving the show right now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm so sad.
Scary. The elimination today was serious.
I know. I'm like, Javi, I couldn't even believe.
Like, my top lip really starts sweating. Crazy.
You and me both, girl. I was like edges. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Sierra, like, I know you ain't about to go. Like,
nah, see, look, I told Sierra before we started, y'all, I thought it was going to be her.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I was getting a little nervous.
I thought it was going to be Sierra.
I'm trying to look at her face, like, how she looking, like, what's happening. Trying to get a little.
We've been rooting for Javi for the beginning, too. Like, Javi going to get it to the end, too.
But
like,
it was really emotional, though, because we know how
Wasn't
Javi felt about it and how she was trying to help her mom, and this money really meant a lot. So it kind of was a little bit more, like, really sad. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still opportunity.
Today, by the way.
Okay.
I was about to say, go ahead.
What'd you say?
How she doing? Javi, you need to be on the show. Like, we need to get you out here.
Yes.
Javi's fine. She's doing real good.
Yes.
Good.
In fact, I helped her sold some lipstick recently.
Yes.
Okay.
And she said that even though she got eliminated, thank you for helping her out, and you know, and I wanted to let her know I didn't have nothing to do with her getting eliminated out. I fucked
Oh,
with
yeah.
her.
Let me throw that in there.
My friends,
I don't know. I feel
Let me
like
throw that in there real quick.
But so we just shook hands and made sure that we had a friendship and everything still rolling.
She probably was salty, like this man in Fire Meister probably told T.I.
I mean, she
probably
did
whispering under her breath.
She did kind of come for you, Sierra, because she said you should have went home.
And that's what I'm saying. So we just gonna bypass George, just making a phone call for a car.
No, and the fact that T.I. didn't even get on George. He got on everybody
but
T.I. said it himself. George
sliding through.
He sure do.
George
Sliding
fluffing
through.
pillows.
Sliding
This
through.
shit.
Right? He fluffing pillows.
I was cracking. I said, I am cracking up how he cleaned up.
I said, really, George?
He wiping the table.
He
like,
Hey, I seen that.
I do everything
George.
for the hustle. I'm like, damn.
He's
What was like, yeah,
you know how to
like
wash dishes. It's like, George, why?
he had the whole gloves on, like he was in like Mr. Clean.
He might have hustled
Like
us this week.
he hustling everybody every week.
No, he is.
He really is. He been
is
hustling
playing.
since like
He's
episode
playing that
1.
game.
He's doing it well.
He really is.
That's a talent right there. That's
But
a real
let's get
hustle.
into our little fashion segment real quick.
Yes.
Our little hot or not real quick. I'm like, we gotta fill Pietra's shoes. We don't have
Yes.
Pietra anymore, but we'll still continue the hot or not segment. So let's do these. I'm like, our images get I feel like they get blurrier every week, y'all. Bear with us. All right, so we have Sierra in an all white little number towards the left. I like this, Sierra. I'm gonna give you a hot.
Yes,
Thank you.
Because I love it with the pop of the red lip. Was that still the Javi lip that you did?
No, I did.
That was just a regular
my
red?
own red? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know why I didn't keep that. I don't know.
Was that all in the same day? Like
Right.
the interview, like
I
the
don't
video
think
and then
so.
eliminations?
I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
so. No.
Yeah.
It was all a black. I can't remember.
Then we got T.I. I'm always giving T.I. a
Yeah,
hot.
it's always
Oh my
gonna be a
gosh.
hot
His
for
suits,
T.I.
his suits, he be fly. Girls get a hot.
But this episode is super funny because something they left out is T.I. was like, George, you pretty quiet. And George was like, what I really want to say, I probably shouldn't say. So T.I. was like, no, go ahead, speak your mind. George was like, well, first of all, you look like a leprechaun.
Was he roasted?
Yes.
Oh my God. Wait,
We started cracking.
Oh my God. So
Like,
wait.
T.I. thought it was funny though. He thought it was hilarious.
So
But
wait,
the nerve
okay.
that you had to like, I would never do that to T.I.
Okay, so Grace came through with, is this like a baby blue crop top and then like a high-waisted skirt?
That was cute.
I feel like for her that was cute.
You said for her. Please
Yeah, that was a
elaborate.
cute word. Yeah, I was going
What do
like,
you
that's
mean? Please elaborate.
I feel like that's something that looks great on her, like her
style,
personality, teacher,
bubbly,
director,
bright
yeah,
colors.
like that's her.
Okay, I could agree on that.
Jonathan, I'm gonna give this a not this
I
time.
got like a little glare over here. So I'm like lean.
It's like he got a navy blue blazer on with a little brown undershirt. I kind of feel like we always see Jonathan in this.
Yeah.
And then we have George in his usual. I'm like,
Y'all know
he
that
chilled
George
it
would have
out.
me style him every day.
really?
He
would
let you
come
style
in,
him?
Yes, he would come in my room like, what you think? This one? I'd be like, George.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. Well, I'm like, okay, and then we have Jonathan again with his like Fresh Prince look. I like this one better though. I was like, I like this one better. I'm gonna give it hot.
Definitely a hot. Jonathan always dresses really nice.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah. I'm like Jonathan. And look, Jonathan got eliminated.
Yeah,
So,
I
back
was
to this one
informed. Sierra
Jonathan.
informed me.
Baby little king.
I wasn't
I
told
know
it
the
was
baby
hot.
little king.
Yo,
I
that
swear I was
episode's
cracking that.
hilarious.
And
Oh,
he's
man.
like marketing off that now. He changed his Instagram name to
Correct.
Baby Little King.
Yes,
Oh,
and he has
gosh.
t-shirts.
Yes.
Make sure y'all get them. They
With
only
the emojis on
$19.99.
it.
No, he did not turn this into a
That's
money making
expensive. Look, I'm like,
oh
that's
my
expensive
gosh.
for that shirt.
That's funny, man.
All right, Shamarri, let's get into our news and gossip real quick.
Yes. So,
TV news.
Ooh, we got the lights. Hey.
So, you know, I don't know if a lot of you guys have heard, but a young lady that was in Florida at a Florida high school recently had her lunch thrown away because she was 15 cents short of her amount. And
What?
you know, T.I. went on ahead and tweeted saying that he was going to cover the young lady's lunch, you know, for the rest of the school year because of that, because that's ridiculous. And he also said that that deters kids from going to school and wanting to show up because you're going to be mistreated just because you're, you know, I think she was on like the special program so that you can have affordable lunch. So she was 15 cents short and the lady like throws it away. So you embarrass the young lady. You know what I'm saying?
Throw it away?
Like, that's ridiculous.
That's just, oh my gosh. Shout out to T.I. first of all. Like, that's what T.I. is always doing something like outstanding.
You know, I love T.I. because he always speaks up. He always says something. I love the fact that he always like does that.
I think that's just a part of us being a part of the community.
Yeah.
He's a very community-based person.
Yeah.
That's just how it
He
is.
don't play
No,
that.
for sure.
I love that about
kids
him.
that are in the communities too.
Oh, that's true.
It's a little different when your kids out there running around as well.
True.
Yeah, because it's like if that was my kid or anybody else's kid, you know what I mean?
Naturally,
15
you wanna say
cents, sis. Come on. I would have been
Right,
mad. I'm
come
like,
on
who's the
now.
cafeteria? I just want to speak to y'all real quick. Just
teacher
like,
to step up, even some.
yeah, you know what I mean?
I hope the lady that threw her lunch away is
fired.
Yes.
Like whatever
I hope
happened to
they
her.
threw her away
Never
too.
work.
Right. There you go.
Throw the
That's
whole
right.
lady away.
I want to
too.
see
From
what
the
she looked
system.
like too.
That part.
They
Did she
ain't
got
gonna do
Instagram? Like,
What's
she
her
got
name?
social media. I just want to find out something real quick.
That's crazy though, man.
That is, because
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
and then like, what are you gonna do when a bunch of like malnourished kids are in class? Like, you know what I mean? Skin and bones. Like,
Well, you only got
now it's
16
not-
cents. Honey.
okay.
I'm sorry. I
Thank you,
can't.
not
I
even-
can't. I
if you
can't slide you
hungry.
that orange. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's so petty. I
Why
can't
not
even
just
laugh.
deny
Like, I'm
it?
like,
Why throw it all away? Like that's
Just
That
be
just
like,
is
bring
so
the
rude.
15 cents tomorrow.
Yes, first
right.
of all, you don't throw anything away. You don't.
that
Definitely not
plate could have
food.
went to the next kid, but it's like still, but at the same time, it's like 15 cents. Come on, you could have been like, all right, here, take it.
That was a targeted. I don't know. This is how I know it's something even crazy. Like, I don't know the whole story, but
Yeah.
just the fact that we have a kid going to the register or whatever, they did 15 cents short. It doesn't matter. When I was in school, plenty of times, me and other kids, they, I don't got lunch money today.
right.
Looking around, huh?
Right.
Miss, what's the name? Tomorrow I got you with the dollar.
Yeah.
Here's my
They be
ticket.
like, okay, baby, look.
That's just on that
Right.
level. So you telling me that not one person stepped up to let the kid get it?
Civilized.
No, so it's probably a targeted thing. Jimmy, you're not eating today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whatever your name is, we going.
Because it's like, it's so many unanswered questions. Because it's like, okay, what about the money that the kid had in front of them or behind them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The kid would be like, oh, you got some change real quick. You got a quarter on you? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
dang. And then it's like,
15 cents.
and then on top of that, I'm sure that 15 cent wasn't coming out of her paycheck. So
Exactly.
it's like,
what
why
was
are
the
you
point
so
of being
pressed?
so mean
Exactly.
and
Why are you
just
so
nasty
pressed?
for no reason? People
that's
be having
horrible.
personal issues going on.
She must have had a bad day. Maybe we're just gonna give her that. But
Yeah.
either
Still not
way, yeah.
acceptable.
You don't
Either
take
way,
that out
definitely
now
not
on the
acceptable.
No,
Yeah.
Right.
well, I think that when, because, you know, my daughter's getting homeschooled right now. And some of that, and next year I'm going to let her go back. She's 7 years old, but, you know, next year she'll go back to regular school, whatever. But at the same time, you got to get people in the schools that actually have kids.
Yeah.
Right? And who interact with their kids and stuff. So even when they're at school with these kids who are not theirs, there's a sense of parenting, right?
Yeah.
Because a parent not going to let, I don't care if you're even a half-decent parent, not going to let a kid be hungry.
Okay.
So even if you're in the lunchroom, but if you have kids at home and you know Jimmy ain't got his money today
Here you go. Yeah.
because you're a parent. But if you're
Exactly.
somebody who don't even care about no damn kids and like, I ain't got... Gotta get off work in 2 hours anyway. You know,
Yeah.
those type of people, no, that's not
She
gonna...
definitely just needs her job to be taken away from her.
Yeah, she shouldn't be
Agreed.
working with kids
Yeah.
if you don't like
Okay,
them.
that
You know,
part
you don't
too.
have a sensitive side.
That's a
so.
great point.
Yes, but speaking
Yeah.
of interactive, Shamarri, let's talk to our
Yes.
AfterBuzzers.
AfterBuzzers. Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because it's totally optional. So hit that subscribe button right now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. So for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us to be the ESPN of TV Talk.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Shamarri. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating also. So yeah, the rest of these eliminations was just real shady. Because how did Grace say the MVP was Jonathan?
I was gonna ask about that. I don't really know why she didn't want to give Jill the credit. I think we see what the big deal was.
I think we seen Jonathan 3 or 4 times this whole episode.
What was Jonathan's role? Once again, where
he was the PA. I think he was the PA.
But what was he going to get? Like what did he?
I don't know.
Yeah, she just didn't want to give it to Jill. I think it was a power thing because Jill kind of took over and ran it, and then she's sitting there looking like, okay, you know. So I think females be catty sometimes and be being petty in their feelings.
And I feel like guys be in their feelings too, because not to throw you under the bus, Sierra, but Teron nominated Sierra for his MVP.
But I had to pull out the receipts,
which I do feel was justified.
I was he kind of feels justified though.
He was not playing about. You know, he said no. Sierra was my MVP.
Yes, he was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
And he was like, I'm like, okay.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm still shocked Javi had to go. But yes, we love Javi. She'll always be there in spirit. Let's get into next week's predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So mysterious. So next week, the challenge is going to be a charity casino event.
And they're all working together this time. So this is going to be interesting. So now there's no team. So anybody can be eliminated. It's fair game at this point. And T.I. made it real clear. I'm not looking for good. He looking for what? Great? At this point, he ain't playing for the mediocre. So you really got to bring it. Who was on Thin Line? I think Grace. Grace just, I mean, she's
hanging on by a thread, girl.
Just because Grace is already on thin ice, and this is her first time stepping up, and she already kind of dropped the ball. So it's like, you either gonna go hard or go home, girl, and that's just what it is.
To be honest, all right, if we starting over with the calculations, I think Grace is gonna be next week.
Unfortunately, you said starting over.
I'm like, we gonna start over.
I mean, Jill already secured her spot, so Jill, you good. You ain't going nowhere most likely. It's Grace really, because I don't know after Grace who else would be the weakest link.
I feel like everybody's still strong. We getting down to like our strongest people now, and it's like she's a little on the outside. We love you, Grace, but just getting about that time. Yeah. So then we see a different side of Crystal. Crystal's gonna be angry, flipping on everybody. I'm like, what?
I know it's because you're getting closer to that wire, and she's starting to, and you working with everybody now. So now it's just like, okay, certain personalities not starting to mix.
And then we're gonna have George stumbling over his words at the event. I'm a little anxious to see how he gonna turn out. Like, speaking in front of so many people, like, how is George gonna play this? But I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next week.
Next week looks like it's going to be a really good episode, so I'm excited.
Yes, definitely. Well, before we get out of here, I want to thank our lovely guests for sitting with us.
Thank you, guys.
Shout out to 5 Mike. Shout out to Sierra Brooks for sitting with us. I'm your host.
TV, baby.
Yes. I'm your host, Kayla Rene'e. You can follow me on IG at @_Kayla Rene'e.
And guys, I'm Shamarri Hartzog. You can follow me on Instagram at Shamarri Hartzog.
Barb.
And Sierra is the official Sierra Brooks. 5 is 5
Mike. 5
Mike.
at IVE_MICS. Shout to 99 Moves. XXIV. Hustle Gang in the building.
Yes.
Say
Hustle
words.
Gang over everything.
You know what I mean? Say words out now on iTunes.
Yes.
My new album, MMC's out now. Shout out to Lil Duval. I ain't stressing.
Okay, all right.
Clay, what up, Doug? What up?
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.